What's happening, YouTube? I'm back from a good but uneventful trip. We went to Las Vegas to see the Miami Dolphins. Beautiful stadium, nice atmosphere. My Dolphins was looking very impressive the first half. We was looking good. And then all of a sudden, they let them back in the game. And let me just tell you something. In Raiders stadiums, I don't even want to hear none of they women having an attitude when people curse around their children. You know why? Because at that stadium, the prettier the woman, the more her mouth was potty. I mean, there was women out there saying, F the Dolphins. I want to F the Dolphins with a stick that's got splinters in it. F you, man. You like the Dolphins. That's what I kept hearing. And my homeboy, who's a fan of the Raiders, he was just having himself a good old time. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm finally back, and it is a Tuesday, and we're going to talk Power and BMF. I finally had a chance to see them both. Both of them are great. I really enjoy BMF. I like time period pieces, something like Godfather of Harlem, this. I like those type of shows. It's just a matter of how much do they twist the source material. That's all it comes down to. And I'm fine with them twisting it to some degree. I don't have a problem with that because I'm not expecting this to be a full-fledged documentary. I'm expecting them to twist it so that we stay engaged and it keeps us energized and we're into the story. But at the same time, the same gripe I have as a nerd in comic books, I want to see the foundation be the source material. And so far, they've done that. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if everybody knows this. Big Meech's son is playing Meech in the show. The guy we seen playing Meech is Big Meech's son. That's Little Meech. So, and that's just a great foundation for the show to go. So I'm with it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and get on to this review. But let me shout out everybody that's coming through showing love. We've got 90 of y'all in the building, and we only at 2 minutes. Please give me 90 likes and 90 shares if possible. Some of our guests will be coming through in a few minutes. One Journey, what's up? Zaya Latrice, Sylvia Davis, Montana Max, Ron Mitchell, my brother. I heard you showed up to the ladies' live stream last night and was bringing the fire in the comment section. So happy for you, my brother. Sierra Forever, what's up, family? Jeremiah, I'm not even going to try to pronounce your last name, but I'm glad to have you. Ronald Cameron, my boy, and of course my family in Michigan, Alex. Ladies and gentlemen, first guest has come to the building.
Hey,
Miss K. What's up, Miss K? How you doing?
good. How are you? Welcome back.
I made it. My team didn't, but I did.
Yeah. Aw.
It's all
Sorry
good.
I'm late.
At this point, we expect you to show up fashionably late now.
Oh.
We know you's a busy sister working on them PhDs and thing. Gonna have
Yes.
all the alphabets behind your name, A through Z. We know
Yep.
you working on that, so it's all good. So, Ms. K, you ready to do this tonight? We're gonna talk a little bit of power, kind of
Okay.
summarize what we've already discussed, and then
All
we're
right.
gonna deep dive into BMF. Have you seen that yet?
Yes, I watched it today.
How you like it?
I like it a lot.
It's good, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm feeling it.
Mhm.
I feel like 50 went and saw Godfather of Harlem, was like, hell no, I'm about not let you outdo. Let me go get me a time period piece that's going to be rough
Right.
and make it tough. And
Mhm.
I would say that the first episode was great, good start, but
Yeah.
we'll get there. So, Miss K, let's start off with power. Let me go to a little video clip, and then we'll kind of summarize that, and then we'll jump on into the BMF. So here we go with the power.
Okay.
Shit, you're alive. Captain! Don't move. Don't move. Don't do anything at all. Malcolm, can you talk to me? Talk to me, okay? Who did this to you? Who shot you?
The only thing that you can trust is that you can't trust. Not nobody, not ever, not even your own mama.
Mhm. Yep.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we now have 125 in the building in under 5 minutes. Can we get 125 likes?
Let me like.
Can we get 125 new subscriptions to Miss K's channel? Like I said, the lady's working on the PhD plus all the other letters in the alphabet. Help this sister on her journey get there. Shout out to Linnell71. Shout out to that girl. Shout out to everybody coming through showing love. Now, having said that, Miss K,
yes,
let's talk about this last episode and the finale of Power. Give us your rundown. Hey, little baby, you want to come be nosy? You want to come up here and see everybody?
Hi. She's so cute.
You want to see everybody? Go ahead. Go ahead, baby. While Miss K is talking, you gonna wave to Miss K. Say hey.
Hi.
She waving at you.
Cutie.
Go ahead, Miss K. Give us a summarization of the finale of Raising Kanan.
All right. So, what do you mean by summary? Like how I feel overall?
Yeah, your overall feelings. How did they leave you emotionally? And do you feel like they set you up for a good start to season 2?
Yeah, that's what I feel like. I feel like because I know a lot of people were probably disappointed. But I wasn't, because I feel like it was just the perfect way to set up the story. So I'm excited to see what's coming. I have a lot of questions. So that's helping me to probably create some theories coming soon this week, hopefully. Okay. And that's pretty much that. I think somebody asked us to do a rating, and I think I do a rating. I think I might have given it an 8.
I agree.
And then some people were I guess figuring, it wasn't the best season finale because there wasn't this big old thing happening, but because of the situation that happened with Lulu and stuff, that was their big bang. So
now, Ms. K, I'm with you. I felt like they kept everything in the middle of the road going into the next season. I didn't need it to be any higher. I didn't need it to be any lower. It was right down the middle. It was just perfect. And the only thing I would say is I didn't feel like there was a big cliffhanger, which I didn't need it, because there are so many stories that haven't been fulfilled that we've seen throughout this season. Like, number one, Tony's still lingering, going to be dealing with Marvin. So we got to finish that off. Lulu done basically made Crown Camacho half owner of a business through force. We got to deal with that.
Right.
Then Marvin got a body in a wall that ain't started rotting yet.
Nope.
We got to deal with that. So I didn't need for there to be a big crescendo. And the way Rock handled her business with Unique was the cliffhanger enough for me, in my opinion. So I was comfortable with all that, but I'm going to probe you, Miss K, as soon as I shout out my homeboy who's saying, Rock, the devil, they wrote wearing the dress. Oh, yeah. Rock, Rock is the devil. Now, I got to say this, Miss K, because some women have been all upset saying we wouldn't be saying this about Ghost, blah, blah, blah. All right. I can distinctly remember I made a video after Tasha said Ghost is nothing but the devil. I distinctly remember making a video where I had the devil transposed over Ghost's face, and I said, yeah, Ghost is the devil. So women, all the junk I talk about Rock, I said it about Ghost because of the behavior they're showing us on TV. So yeah, she is a devil in Prada. But the only difference is she can get more stuff done than Ghost because she's a woman and she's hot. She can get that shit done, whereas Ghost can't manipulate people quite as well as Rock has the ability to do. But did you see did you see the look Rock had on her? Let me pull this up, Miss K. I gotta show you this. I'll tell you what I told. When Rock looked at Lulu like this right here, was it this one or was it this one? Yeah, it was that one. When she looked at Lulu with that face, that was the first time, Miss K, I could actually feel what Unique been saying. Rock got that stank on her.
Yep.
The thing she said to Lulu, Miss K, I was like, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
Talk about that, Miss K. She showed her butt, Miss K.
Yes, I'm like, listen, your brother you was over there, just over his body. Don't want to say his body as if he was dead, but he was just laid out in the hospital bed, and he was like, what did they do to you, baby brother? All emotional and stuff, and you scared that he not gonna wake up, and oh yeah, they gonna see me and all this stuff now. But then when he comes out and he want to know what's wrong, and he's saying he don't want to be in it no more. Now she done turned into, I don't know what, a whole demon on him. I was like, what is going on? And I don't remember one episode when I said that she's controlling.
You said it.
Yes, and this right here is just it's coming all together. When she was trying to basically insert herself into his little event or whatever and say, oh, who you gonna have selling in here? He said, no, it's gonna be clean. That was right there showing me that it's gonna be hard to separate from her. And now,
Miss K, there ain't no separating from her. The only way you're gonna separate is if your body's in a body bag. That's the only separation from her, because she don't play.
She's gonna cause some folks to do some things. That's what it is.
Now, Miss K, I was mad about this. Let me find this right here. Symphony Basket.
Uh-oh. Going to the rescue.
After the way and you know, I've been on him because prior to the last time they met up, I said he should have cut her loose. Right. Prior to that.
We both said that, yeah.
Yes. But you
both
know what?
Times.
but you know what? When you're dealing with the devil, all his accoutrements are going to be satisfying.
Everything gonna look like the best thing you ever wanted in life.
And it's gonna feel like it too. Cause your boy Symphony can't his nose wide open. Miss K, he's in it now, Miss K. He's knee deep in it. There's no getting out for him. Talk to me about him taking little Kanan to Maryland. Yeah,
that was listen, that's why you gotta be careful what you say, because he told Rock at the hospital, I want you to talk to me about this stuff. I'm here for you. I'm here with you, blah, blah, blah. Now this is what it feels like to be it. Just the same way that Rock told Kanan, you wanted to be in it. Now you in it. That's the same thing she basically told Symphony. You wanted to be in it. Now you in it. And it's real bad because he didn't, they think he killed a cop. So that's what makes it even worse. Like the crazy thing about this whole thing is that she was trying to stop her son from getting involved in all of this, but then she winds up sending him to do the worst of things. Right, exactly. You know, so what was she thinking about that? Was this the way 50 narrated the very end when he said you can't even trust your own mama? It's got me thinking that she really was comfortable if Kanan got caught. Like, because we picked on the fact that Kanan's an F up. You sent a boy there to do a man's job. Right. And he basically tells you that he didn't get the job done. So it kind of feels like, Ms. K, do you think she was comfortable if he got arrested? Did she really want him to get the job done? Talk to me about what was her true motivation. And that was another thing, because it's like, how you going to send him to do it? Like you said, if you know that he naturally screws things up. Hi, AMK. if you know that he naturally screws things up, how much did you really want him to get the job done? Now, I think she did want him to get the job done. But another thing that I feel about her is that she makes screwed up decisions, but we haven't ever heard her take ownership of those decisions, right? Those screw ups. She talks about Marvin, but then she makes screwed up decisions as well. So that was a dumb decision for her to send Kanan to do that, you know. Well, let's talk. Let me interject this, Miss K, before you go. Okay. You know. Well, no, I'll let you finish. With that. You're right. I'm just going to agree with you, because we had this debate 2 weeks ago where we were just basically saying, if you are the leader of your organization and you put people in place to do a job and they're not getting the job done, and you know they can't get the job done, then it falls back on you as the leader. Right.
It falls back on you as lead because you need to have a good enough vision to know who you send to do a job can get the job done. And she keeps sending Kanan, she keeps sending Marvin, and balls just keep dropping. So I'm with you on that.
Yes. But ultimately, I just think that it was a selfish move at the end of the day. Selfish. I know that she doesn't want anything to happen to her son.
Right.
But making him do this, now we got to question everything that she does from here on out.
Oh,
that's how I feel.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
no,
I did.
No, you didn't. No, Miss K, them women gonna come with their Prada shoes for you now. You better watch out. You better, I hope you got some thick skin. They gonna come for you with them Prada shoes.
Let me tell you something. One thing I like to always say is that I try to see both sides of situations, and I don't dislike Rock. I actually like her, but when the characters do stuff, I don't care how much I like them. I told you I love Marvin, but when he screw up, I say it. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is with me.
It is what it is.
I like Rock, but is she somebody that I don't feel like I can trust going here on out? From here on out, I don't think I can trust her.
Right.
I don't think so. So
yep. Let me get in Cat Harlem. Ladies and gentlemen, anytime you $9.99 or better this channel, you get a video tribute. Cat Harlem says, is Rock getting rid of those who are messing up her business? Kanan, she got him out of the town. Marvin, she got him locked up. Yes, I believe she's one who ratted him out. Unique. Damn. Cat Harlem, let me find you a video tribute because you coming in here with the double fire. So for you, let me give you, let's see here. We'll keep it with something a little funny.
What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside. Okay, baby, let me tell you something. If a whore ain't paying y'all bills, that's the last thing y'all should be worried about.
that thing never fails.
It never fails, man.
My
Shout out to the homie B. Avery for putting me on to that one, man. If y'all not subscribed to his channel, one of the hardest working brothers on YouTube. Check him out. Everybody's link is in the video description. So Miss K, so your boy, he came to. And when he came to, his eyes opened up. And not only was he looking at Detective Burke, but he was looking at a new sheriff in town. Now, this is a video by itself, Miss K. What is he gonna do? Burke is like, who shot you? Who shot you? And here's the story with Detective Howard. He needs his son. He needs his son's blood. We've already established he's an A blood type because the new captain done figured that out.
Right.
And the doctor is still out there looming, knowing that he has a son, whereas Detective Burke doesn't know.
Right.
So now that they done picked up Unique, is he going to say it was Unique? I just got to believe he's not ratting out Kanan, but the people here to hear your voice, Miss K, so talk to us.
Yeah, I don't think he's ratting out Kanan. At one point, like I feel like I'm confident that he's not going to say Kanan.
Right, me too.
But I was also thinking maybe he could say it was Rock, you know, or just stick to Unique. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's those two. Either he gonna say Rock, Unique, or I'm gonna add a third one, or he's gonna say he doesn't know. You know, he's gonna do the street thing.
Yeah,
I don't know, and handle it on his own. You know what I mean?
And he can do that, Miss K.
Yeah.
It was nobody there but him and Kanan. And wait a minute, we got our new favorite crackhead since New Jack City. But
love that guy.
But he already done said he didn't see who did it. He just seen the jacket.
Yes.
And then the thing is, the police, they got heat for this. Normally the police don't play when you shoot one of their own. I don't care if you're black, white, whatever. That just gives them animosity to do crazy stuff. So they're going to want a head, Miss K. And even if Detective Howard can't give them a head, they still going to try to find one.
That's it. They just going to keep Unique. You know how they do. If
they can't keep them.
Nobody.
And let me tell you why they can't keep them. In the last trailer, when I slowed it down, I showed you there was a camera and somebody pointing a gun.
Okay.
That camera is going to have Unique walking in that store.
Right.
So,
So
they're not gonna
they
be able to
can't
keep
keep him for long.
Right.
Put it that way. But
Right.
they definitely gonna try to keep him as long as they can.
You
I
got that.
forgot about all the cameras in his building and
Yep.
and inside the tailor shop. Like he just got
Mhm.
cameras everywhere. So
Mhm.
yeah. I don't know, but one thing that just came to my mind is that the doctor,
Yep.
is she in danger? And here's why I say this.
100% she in danger.
You know why?
100%.
Because she is the one that he told that he's meeting with his son later on that night.
Mm-hmm.
And if she can come in and say that, then that's going to raise a whole lot of questions. And if they want to put her on the stand, and if Detective Howard doesn't want that to happen, he might kill her. His dad going to say, you never know,
Miss K, the doctor is as good as dead. The witch is dead. The wicked witch of Medical Wing West is dead because she's a loose end.
Yeah,
she's a loose end. He still needs that. He still needs that bone marrow.
But why he look healthy though?
Hey,
didn't he look good?
Sorry. Let me pull that picture up again.
He looked refreshed when he woke up to me. Remember when he went to go see the doctor that first time, and she said, "You looking really bad." He said, "That's because I'm freaking dying, doc." Right. He didn't look like that this time.
No. See, this is what happened. He probably ain't smoked no cigarette in 24 hours, so he done cleared up a little bit with that. They done pumped him full of oxygen, and they've already told you the issue he's having. Wasn't it sickle cells? What he's got? Didn't they say that? No, blood cancer is what he's got.
Yes, he got the leukemia.
Yeah. So you done sat there. They done gave you oxygen. You haven't been putting chemicals into your lung, causing other issues. Clean him up. Got him out of surgery. Hey, he looking better for now.
Right.
For now.
Yeah. That's true.
Where do you think we're gonna go with Detective Burke and her new sidekick, Detective Gomez or whatever the hell his name was?
I don't like him already.
Yeah, this is him pushing up on Juliana, and she did her job. Juliana was a straight soldier. She did everything she was told to do. She had your boy up out of there before he came back. But there was a look that Juliana gave me, Miss K, that says she might be a problem in the future. Like, take a look at her.
Yeah, she's gonna be a problem.
What'd you say?
I said, yeah, she's gonna be a problem. The reason why I feel like she's gonna be a problem is because she can act. I feel like she's gonna use that to her advantage, and she's gonna set somebody up. She's gonna make people believe that she's this vulnerable, non-threatening individual. That girl, please, she got a lot of, she got some stuff up her sleeve. She don't even know what she got up her sleeve yet, but let her keep staying around Rock. She gonna get some ambition and all that kind of stuff.
For her to basically, the different emotions she went through when her husband died told me she can do exactly what you said, Miss K. She's an actor.
Right.
She is a straight actor. And I do see at some point in time, she's gonna have some beef with Rock. Somehow, some way, they're gonna put her up in the corner. And there's gonna be some. Now, Miss K, when you come out with these kind of hot takes, now the people, some of them be ready to just throw you under the bus, right?
Yeah.
I hope your shoulder's broad as mine so that you can handle this stuff. Now, I'm used to it. And then when the stuff comes out, they don't want to give you no love.
They don't want to give you no credit.
No.
People was trying to come at me when I did that jacket theory.
You did.
Some people was coming at me like, "Oh, you already don't know what you're talking about, this and that." I wanted to go back and be like, "Yeah, what you got to say now?"
Hey, I always do it on the live because we don't let it go around here because they be trying to play us, man. Usually it's not the people that's watching the live stream though. Usually they kind of end with you. They might have some difference of opinion, but they usually end with you on your theories because they like the theory crowd. Yeah, we all like the theory crowd. We all like to speculate what's going to happen, and sometimes it happens. But we knew the jacket was coming. And speaking of that jacket, let's talk about this, Miss K. You know who was originally supposed to take that jacket and do something with it? Yo boy Lulu.
Right.
So, considering he done dropped the ball with Warrell, You remember Warrell was getting that Krispy Kreme job, and Lulu couldn't hit his ass. Remember that? do, do you put the blame still on Rock for trying to send Lulu to put the coat on Unique, and then he gets hemmed up in this burning house, so he couldn't do it. So now she has no choice but get Marvin to do it. And actually, Marvin did a good job. Speak on it, Miss K.
He did. I was even saying that. I'm like, dang, the one time when Marvin comes through,
he came through.
Look what happens to him. He gets jammed up. I'm like, that's not his fault. But it made her feel like he was still messing up. Like, oh, he'll mess up a free lunch, So it's like, but he did. This is not his fault. Honestly, the crazy thing about all of that is that all linked back to what she set up.
Right.
He would have never got pulled over. But obviously this was just how it went. And also with him putting his hands all over him. I'm like, to me, everything was perfect what Marvin did except his handprints, sorry, all over everything. On the doorknob especially. And like, oh my gosh, Marvin, your fingerprints is on the doorknob. This is probably going to be a problem. So
right.
What did you say? You said something before that.
About how it was supposed to be Lulu's job to handle it. To do the exchange with the coat and what may have you. But, he couldn't get it done because they came for him. They burned his house up, burned him up.
So, yeah, and Lulu wasn't even trying to answer the call anyway. So I don't know what that conversation would have looked like if Warrell and them never came there. What would that conversation have been, So a lot of people was mad saying that he's a sucker for leaving her at this time when she needs him. And now that he got hurt, he's got, he wants to get out. But he been wanting to get out. Remember when I was telling you all the times with the music thing was calling him, that's what he really wanted to do. But as far as the whole him wearing the jacket thing, if you go to this last episode, he don't seem like he knew who he was going to be hitting that night because he was so surprised that Detective Howard was the one that got shot. He
was frustrated. He was mad because she felt like she broke the rules. You don't kill cops because of the turmoil that me and you spoke of earlier in this live stream that it creates in the community. Like they come out head hunting. Like even the little corner people that they know really not causing a lot of stink, but they still corner boy. They just be hemming them up for nothing.
Yeah, they start bothering everybody. You heard what the captain said, right? I don't care if they coming from Jersey to use the Burger King bathroom. It's everybody. They trying to get everybody.
They about to crack some heads, Miss K. And Lulu's just like, he don't want to be a part of that. And like I said, that conversation with him and Rock was when I'm just like, I actually could smell the stank that Unique been talking about. I could smell that stank on Rock. I was just like, oh my. Now the fact that she made me that emotional and everybody else had emotion, this chick is acting her ass off.
Yes, she is. She really is.
She is acting her tail off. Do you hear me? Rock is knocking this thing out the park. And so I was just like, man, Rock, I don't care how good you look. I can't even look at you the same no more.
You can't, right?
When I look at you, I smell a trash can. And if you're from North Carolina, you know what I mean when I say this. You riding down on the summer highway in summer North Carolina with your windows down and the hog truck come by. That's what I smell every time I see Rock face now after what she did to Lulu. Smell like the hog truck in the South.
Horrible.
Yeah. My folks up north don't know nothing about that. North Carolina, throw me some comments. You've been beside that hog truck when it come by.
Show some love.
Show some love, man. And then I guess the last thing we'll cover, and then we'll go to BMF, Miss K.
Okay.
What is to become of this situation with Tony and Marvin?
Tony and Marvin. One thing I'm mad about is that I did a theory on them and it did not go that. I said it was going to be some trouble, but I thought they was going to get together and it was going to be trouble like that. But I don't, I wasn't really thinking about it anymore with that. Like she just did what she did. And I felt like, okay, well, she played her part to get him where he is now, but it don't seem like it should stick, you know. And if it doesn't stick, is he gonna go strangle her?
He might
You
go
know?
use her, Miss K. I think he's going to use her. Remember, she's still basically running that club. She's supposed to be a party promoter, but whomever owns that club, which that's a theory all to itself. that's a Breeze theory all to itself. We've not seen that person who owns that club, and he still has ambitions of his own. Marvin does, and he can use her now. I think that they're going to wind up hooking up again, Miss K. So I'm going to say your theory is not thrown out the window yet, because we still got another season. And
That's true.
He's probably going to find a way to use her, intimidate her, and get her back on the team for a little while, and then start pushing product through whatever venue she's going to be trying to promote.
Yeah, and you heard what he said. She'll do it all night for an 8-ball.
Yep. And if you're a brother, she'll do it for cheaper.
Yep.
But look, I'm thinking to myself, bro, it ain't cheaper because you're going to have to put in some work that you might not want to put in if you're going to be the brother and get it from her. But the Tony thing is not done. Marvin is not going to be in jail. And this is what I think going to happen, Miss K. While he's in jail next season, he's going to see Unique come right past him. And Unique going to have the look on his face like, you blankety blank, blank, blank.
I thought of that too, for sure.
I am going to get in that ass when I get out of here because they can't hold me long. It's coming. It's coming. It is definitely coming. And so, Miss K, having said those things, is there anything else you want to say on this live review about Power? Of course, we're all going to have some theory videos we're going to pop up over the next couple of weeks as we're doing these other videos. But what else do you want to leave the people to know that you're going to be talking about on your channel when it comes to Power raising Kanan? She's back.
Sorry, I had to yell quiet real quick.
Oh, you good?
Wow, I went blank.
Yo,
what did you say again? Sorry.
Any final theories you have about Power raising Kanan's finale, and anything that you might throw up on your channel that the people might want to watch in the next couple of weeks?
Oh, well, as far as raising Kanan, I wanted to have at least 3 theories, but I think I'm just going to go with 2 of them. And one of them is about Scrap, and I'm not going to say anything else. That's it. It's about Scrap. Right. And another one is about Rock. So I don't want to give it away because it seems like people be taking stuff nowadays. So I'm gonna leave it there.
So you done seen it too, Miss K, huh?
Yeah. So I'm gonna leave it there. But I almost thought about doing a theory when it came to them being in jail with what's his name, Marvin and Unique, but that's kind of a little obvious, I think. So I'm gonna leave that one alone. But I wanted to just say this part real quick. Remember when she was saying she kept paging Marvin and she was like, where are you? Answer my call or whatever. And then all of a sudden she just got this look on her face before she called Symphony. And I was wondering, did she remember what Symphony said about not trusting Tony, about Marvin not being able to trust Tony? So then did it just like dawn on her that something must have happened to Marvin? Or did she just say, you know what, let me just swallow my pride real quick and call this guy?
Ms. K, that certainly could have been both. It certainly could have been both, because I never thought that she was thinking he's an F up in the moments that she couldn't reach him. I never thought that that's what she was thinking. I think that she probably thought something, the worst might have happened to him. And one thing that I would expect her to know, and I'm not saying I've been caught up in police situations and stuff like that, but when they apprehend someone and they have a pager or a cell phone and you keep ringing it and calling it over and over again, they will take the damn phone and try to tag the phone and figure out who's calling why and try to get you on the line while the phone is bugged. And I'm hoping she's realized that by now, because like you said, she had that look on her face like a come to Jesus moment, like what is going on? Right before she called Symphony. And so Symphony would be your connection that maybe she realized what he said about Tony. And then also maybe she's realizing in that moment something's really seriously up with my brother because he's not returning my page. You know,
Right.
so it could be definitely be any one of those. So I think that if you got videos, hey, you should do them. People love these videos. This fire is going to stay lit probably till the new power comes out, which is what, November.
Okay.
But I also would like to recommend to our audience of we've got 250. Can we get 250 likes on a Tuesday night?
Yes.
There is another great show by Jerry Brockenheimer that comes on Stars. Season 2 is about to start, and it's called Hightown. We reviewed it last year. Very diverse cast, drugs, and now the crime boss of the Cape City is going to be a young black lady. She's coming back. She had left town, and now she's going to come back and probably run her own criminal organization in Hightown season 2. You guys got to get up on that. We would definitely.
Where does it come on?
It comes on Stars, and it comes on. It's going to come out October or sometime like the 21st or something like that. But we'll keep you. I got you, Miss K. I got you.
I'm over here trying to cancel my Star subscription, and you just got show after show.
Nah. You can't cancel. You got BMF. You got Hightown. Then you're gonna have
Power Book 2, right?
Then next year, around February or March, P Valley. Oh, that's right. You don't do the P Valley. Okay,
but
so
I want to catch up though. So
okay, yeah,
I'm gonna try to catch up.
So yeah, man. So ladies and gentlemen, that is gonna conclude it for our power. But be on the lookout for all our theory videos. Now, Miss K, let's talk about this fire thing called BMF. Man,
which I recorded my review.
Yeah.
And I'm editing. I'm gonna put it up tonight, guys. Don't know exactly what time, but it's coming. So be on the lookout for that.
Be on the lookout for it. Let me open it up with a video. I got a lot to say about this because my wife is from Detroit. She was born in the 70s. So I got a lot to say about this. My homeboy T Streams is up there. We might have to bring him in as a special guest. Matter of fact, T Streams auditioned to be in Black Mafia Family. So I'm going to try my best to get him up here. But Miss K, let's talk about Black Mafia Family. Let's open up with this video.
Remember when I said I wouldn't change a damn thing? Yeah, that's a fucking lie. If I hadn't let my brother join me in that car, we might not be in the position we're in today.
Seriously.
So, for those of you who don't know, Big Meech was probably one of the top 3 biggest African-American drug dealers in the United States. His name really was Black Mafia Family. It's synonymous with that. And his brother T got shot just like we just seen in the eyeball. Now, in my video, I speculated Lamar did it, but in real life, to this day, they still have not found the person who shot him in the eyeball. Now, he didn't live to survive that. But, Miss K, let's talk about it starting from the beginning. First and foremost, the person playing Meech in the story is actually Big Meech's son.
Right.
You did good on that 50. You did real good. And the show started out, Miss K, with Meech getting out of jail in 2005. They throw him a hood party. And you know, at these hood parties, when you've been a big-time drug dealer, your homeboy have all the women, all the money, all the alcohol there. They start out with that. Then they careen into the family. Now, Miss K, this dude playing the daddy, absolutely love this dude. He was in Lincoln Heights.
Yes.
If you've never seen Lincoln Heights, people, one of the best shows to ever come on regular TV is Lincoln Heights. He portrayed in Lincoln Heights. He portrayed in a crime detective show. Whenever I see this dude playing a parent, I know what I'm going to get from him. He's a real G of a dad.
Yes.
Talk about how you like the opening part of this, Miss K.
I like how they're showing us the family structure that he comes from. You know, these are real hardworking people. And they're struggling though, but they look like they love each other, you know? And so when you see the path that he takes, it's like, dang. But sometimes that's what happens when people come from poverty.
Right. Yeah, I was going to say, you got to, I mean, it's easy for people who haven't struggled in that manner to say, "Oh, well, just go work at fucking McDonald's."
Right.
Don't work like that, man.
Mhm.
When people are in this level of poverty, they almost say, "I would rather die than to
Mhm.
keep living in this poverty." And when
Yeah.
you make that choice to go do drugs, I mean, there's only two exits out of it. It's either jail or death, usually.
Right.
And you got to think of the mindset of someone who's like, you know what? I would rather do this than to just go work at McDonald's and keep struggling. You know, so I'm with
Yeah,
that.
because it's not really helping them. You know, the
No,
McDonald's situation. Like, I don't want to jump, but
no, go for it. Go for
somebody,
it.
the mom
No,
had
go
to
ahead.
get the mom, you know, she had to
Mhm.
get a job at Wendy's, and it still didn't help them, you know. So
Right.
that just brings your point. And they don't want to share milk.
Right. Wasn't that funny? This brother's like, man, and then the brother's working at Wendy's. He's working at
Right.
Wendy's at that. It's
Yeah,
like,
buy
bro,
some milk, bro. What the heck?
now, see, I've been po-po. So there's been times we didn't have milk. And you know what I put in my cereal?
Water.
Orange juice.
Orange juice. No, one day I did that and I regretted it so bad because you know them black mothers, what they tell you, you better eat that.
You better eat it. And let me tell y'all, man.
Oh my gosh.
That is not a winning recipe.
No.
Orange juice and Frosted Flakes don't mix. I can just tell you that right now. No. Orange juice and Fruit Loops don't mix either. I tried it all, people, and it don't mix. Yuck.
Mine was fruit punch.
Ooh.
With in Honey Nut Cheerios.
Oh,
disgusting.
Oh.
And then I thought I was being smart when my mom said that I had to eat it. So I thought I was being smart, and I got a straw to see if I can just like sip the juice out of it. Oh my gosh. I wanted to throw up.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I'm telling y'all, man, that OJ and Frosted Flake, ew. I mean, you'd almost rather eat throw up, man. Never again. Whew.
Eat throw up.
Yeah, man. It is not good, man. And so as we get on with the story, they keep revealing just a very, very dynamic cast, man. So we get a chance to see Wood Harris, and his brother is up here too, by the way.
Yeah.
And Wood Harris is up here. He's the mentor for Big Meech. He taught Big Meech how to do everything. And at first they was about to leave the brother, and then they wind up picking up the brother, and that's when they formed the duo. Talk about this mentorship and Big Meech and his brother starting the game, Miss K.
I like this whole thing where, all right, first of all, before you already showed it. So when you see that, you saw how thirsty that the brother was when he was like so eager to get in. I said, oh, I don't like that. Yeah. I never like to see when somebody's too eager, you know what I mean, to get into the game in these shows, because you kind of know that there's going to be some mistakes that they're going to make.
They're gonna be risky,
right?
They're gonna be risky,
exactly. So I was like, that's not good. He's showing too much eagerness, because you saw his face when they let him in that car.
Oh man, boy, it was like he had his first little orgasm, man. Yeah. He was excited. He was like D Wiz.
Yeah.
he was like D Wiz on Power when he got in that car, man.
I was like, wow, this kid is way too happy. So, and it's crazy because when you know when you watch the whole episode and then you see what winds up happening, and then you go back to that moment when he got in the car, and you kind of just see how they slowed it up. I had a feeling when they did that. I said, oh, they doing the slow motion thing. I said, that's not good.
You knew something was gonna happen. You already knew that was going to be but that wasn't all that happened, Miss K, that let you know that homeboy was too eager. The very next scene, Meech is meeting up with these dudes at the high school. And the brother set it up here so that he could get a gun in there. And he brought a gun to these meetings. Now, you know, these meetings supposed to be no guns, you negotiating, you know, diplomatic type style, whatever. And the brother brought the gun. They basically said, boy, you ain't never shot nobody. You ain't about to shoot us. And Meech decided to give them the corners. Talk about what you was thinking, man. I was thinking usually cooler heads prevail, and I was thinking to
Mhm.
myself, Meech got a bigger plan. Go ahead.
Right. And I thought that was smart what he did, because it's like he had to sacrifice that instead of sacrifice his brother, because the
Right.
fact that he pulled that gun out, he knew you done started a whole nother thing. Now you done made the call to be at this place where there was no weapons at all, only so that you could bring a weapon. Like, that's not playing fair at all.
Mhm.
So you're supposed to just be going there to talk.
Right.
And so when he did that, it was like, I felt like, oh, okay, so I'm over here thinking that what's his name, T, is the brains, but then it looked like Meech is the brains. You know what I'm saying? Even though, yes, he's the smart one, but when you see, but T is I'm sorry, Meech is better for the game.
Right. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so he had to make that call, like, all right, because my brother, he did what he did, little passionate, I'm going to be fair, and I'm going to give up the territory. Right. And then that's when the other dude says, okay, and I'm gonna show my appreciation by not getting at you and letting this whole thing go. And but I kind of feel like when I ended my video, I was saying that I feel like there's at least 2 people, because the brother, he did a lot of stuff in this freaking episode to warrant somebody to want to shoot him, right? And so I said it's at least 2 guys. It's the dude. What's this guy? I think his real name is Kisan or something like that. I don't know his name in the show. Little short guy. I wish. Can you show it? Maybe. I'm not sure. Right here and to the right. Him back there. He was the one that seemed a little too bothered. He was more bothered by T pulling out the gun.
Right. He was.
So I feel like he could be a suspect. And then somebody else. So
I know, and we know that somebody else is Lamar. Yeah. You can go ahead and say the name.
No, actually, I wasn't gonna say Lamar. I said Lamar in my video. I said the first 2 people I said was that guy that we just saw, and another person, and then I said, or maybe it could be Lamar. I put Lamar as my possible.
Okay.
But the second person was Kwame.
Why would Kwame shoot him?
Well, this is the reason why I said, because when they went, first of all, they had the little thing in school, and then when Kwame tried to start trouble in the club, Meech T was talking a lot of trash, and he was calling them soft and this and that, and dudes don't like that, and when you call somebody soft, that's very disrespectful, and sometimes they come back hard. So,
but Miss K
was looking at him like, all right, yeah, I'm soft, okay. And then even Meech was like, yeah, that's Kwame. So I feel like it would be, everybody's gonna think that it's probably Lamar and one of those kind of people. But what if it's somebody that you don't expect it to be? Meech and them don't expect his soft behind to do nothing like that. You never know.
Well, the thing is, are they gonna dramatize this and let us know who really shot him, or are they gonna keep it?
That's what I want to know.
Or are they gonna keep it to what happened in real life? Because to this day, nobody knows who shot him and he lost his eye. Nobody knows that to this day. So I wonder if they're gonna do it.
I think they're gonna reveal it.
And you know what? It can't be Kwame. I'm gonna be upset they let it be Kwame damn Brown. Because Kwame is the one that started it in the discussion with Karl Marx. He's the one that is in there talking about your brother gonna be
He was starting trouble.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. You starting all of this trouble, and then when somebody raise up on you, you act like, what do you expect? But then he wanted more. He wanted to continue it at the party. So I just was like, you know what? I'm gonna give those are my 2 possible. No, those are my 2 possibles. And then of course I added Lamar crazy behind up in there because he's just crazy.
That's the black Superman right there, man. I read some stuff up on the real guy that did those behaviors, man. Dude was tough, man. He was like Kanan in real life,
I don't think they're gonna make it be him though. If they kind of reveal it to us, I don't think they're gonna go that route.
If they reveal it, I got a feeling they might not reveal it.
But that would be too close to, like you said, the real thing. I haven't watched. Remember, I told you I haven't watched the documentary or anything like that, or the story, because I kind of wanted to just know nothing and be like, I wanted it to be fresh. But now I feel like I should just probably go on and
Well,
do
see,
it.
I've not watched the documentary either. I just know bits and pieces of the story because like I
Okay.
said, I'm married to someone from Detroit. I got friends in Detroit. So I know bits and pieces of the story. I don't know. I've never seen the documentary. I don't know that one the way I know Bumpy Johnson and some of these other ones. So,
Right.
I'm learning some things, and then some things I just already knew a little bit,
Okay.
So, Miss K, you good, man. You good. You
So
good.
just leave it alone.
Yeah, everybody don't know the source material for Marvel. Everybody don't know that. So you good to go. You good to go. I wouldn't even sweat that, man.
You gonna do that? You gonna throw that in there?
Hey, I'm trying to keep you motivated, my lady.
Unbelievable.
My lady. Here we go. As soon as they got done with that little meeting, they come back home, Miss K. Southwest T puts the gun in the drawer. They're debating what happened. He's upset that Meech gave up territory. Meech is upset with him because he knows his parents nosy as hell, and they might find that gun.
Right.
Next thing we know, they go downstairs. They about to pray over the food, and the daddy kind of has a hint, a whiff, if you will, that Meech is doing things that he don't really approve of. Maybe he can't put his finger on it, but he's not liking. And he basically rolled Meech's back during this dinner to the point where Meech just got up and said, "I ain't even hungry. Take it over, Miss K."
Yeah, he wasn't hungry because they was talking so much about his brother. Like, oh, you're gonna go to school. You're gonna get the honor roll. You're gonna this. You're gonna that. So he was just like, this kid is not who you think you are. I'm out of here. It's making my stomach sick. And you already know he's protecting him. You know what I'm saying?
He loves his brother now.
Yeah,
he loved his brother, and the brother was book smart too. You know, the thing about these two pairing up was they was both very, very smart in different areas, and it meshed somehow or another. They was always able to like come back together as a unit to keep pushing their business forward. In real life, T was smart as hell in the books, which is why some of the things that they're going to wind up doing in this show happen because of T's genius. And on the street level, Meech was real smart about certain things, which is why they was able to continue to push this organization till it got to the point where at one point in time, Ms. K, these boys was making $300 million a year.
Oh my gosh. Whoa.
They was killing it, man. They was killing it. Yeah, man. Can you imagine that? Yeah, man. That's that Bill Gates money right there, man.
That's crazy.
So then we get introduced to old crazy ass Lamar, who never went to jail. He went to the loony bin. He was able to negotiate a deal to go to. This is a man that strung up a rapper next to a beehive and was letting the bees sting him butt naked. And ladies and gentlemen, fellas, do you know what it's like to be next to a beehive and your bare penis is hanging out and your balls is hanging out, to be stung by some fucking bees? You feel me? And what if one of them decide to get right there in the tip? See what I'm saying? The tip. And what if one of them go? This crazy dude was stringing them up and was torturing them like that. This guy right here, he deserved for that kind of treatment to have been to jail. But no, he went to the loony bin.
Right.
Anyway,
he went to the Daquan loony bin instead.
He went to the loony bin, man, and then got out because Reagan signed that bill, which really happened, my people. He did sign a bill that happened. But anyway, he goes to this restaurant looking for a manager that he know because he want a specific sandwich, right? And then they do go get this. They do go get the nerdiest looking L7 dude they can find. Gets beat up because Lamar can't get his damn sandwich that he want. And then he walks out and says, "The next time I come in here, you better have my damn sandwich." Right. All while the crew from 12th Street was in there listening, absorbing all the information. Talk about this scene, Miss K.
Yeah, everything. I didn't know what to expect, but I was feeling so bad for this man right here.
Yeah, man.
I was like, "Why are you doing that to him?
Yeah,
He
man.
is an innocent man. That's how you know you don't need crazy people like this on the streets. I don't agree. So he banged his head on the daggone counter, and I need this guy to come back because what's his name? I'm back in town. What was the name? The Duke or something?
Duke
Duca?
something.
Duca.
Duca or something like that.
Yeah, so we didn't get to see who this guy was, but for them saying his name, it makes me wonder if we're gonna see him.
We're gonna see him.
Yeah, so Duca is something. I thought that when I saw this scene, I honestly thought that they were probably doing some illegal activity in here as well.
Oh, 100%.
Because maybe the sandwich that he's asking for is not really a sandwich.
Right. See, y'all, Miss KB on it, y'all. Listen to little sister. Miss KB on that thing. she know when someone asks you for a sandwich or a salad, it ain't no sandwich, no salad. That's some weed. they don't want no salad. They want some of that weed, that good, that kush. Find out Miss K know these terms. Oh, good. The sticky.
Speaking of sticky icky, I can't wait to see Snoop. Oh my gosh.
Oh, and he's supposed to be a pastor on the show. As a matter of fact, let me tell you, our boy that we know from Detroit, T Streams, he was actually trying out to be the pastor too.
Oh, wow.
And I would love to hear have T Streams come up here and talk about everything he went through auditioning for the show. How he had the robe on. I want to hear him come up here. So you guys give me a thumbs up. Y'all want to see the big homie T Streams from Detroit get up here and lay down what he went through when he was auditioning for Black Mafia Family. Yeah, so after that, Miss K, we get introduced to one of the Harris brothers. Coach, I'm going to call him Coach Cop. Now, at this point in time, we didn't know he was a cop. We just thought he was a coach. Right. And basically, earlier in this episode, Meech wanted to kind of invade a rec center area to expand his business, but you had a cop blocking Auntie G who wasn't having none of it. Right. So in essence, he's telling Coach he wants to get him a little team, speaking in disguise, and he wants to do it around the rec center, but he's got a problem with the auntie. Speak on it, Miss K. What did you think they was really talking about when they was having this conversation?
I had a feeling they were talking in code, but I just didn't know what.
Right.
And until the situation took place where he pulled her over. And I said, oh, okay, that's what it was. Because remember when she was saying, y'all not about to do this over here? Whatever she was saying. He said, all right, I got her. It's all right. I'm gonna handle it. Right. So when this happened, I was like, oh, snap. So he's a freaking crooked detective. I mean, he knows how to play good and bad. Both of the brothers.
Look, I know that some of you women can't get over this man's portrayal in that Tyler Perry story.
Right.
Where he ditched homegirl and got with a white girl. Some of y'all won't let that live, man. Just let it go. It was make believe.
The act.
And he acted his butt off in that role too at that. And I know y'all love Miss Neal, who he left as the wife and went with the white girl, but he played his butt off in that. So you know what kind of acting we about to get up in this.
Yeah. Story. Yep. And I definitely hope we get a scene with him and his brother.
Of course. Okay. It's gonna happen. Yeah, it's gonna definitely happen.
They're both good actors and they both have like a lot of range. So like you said, we already know we're gonna get some good stuff. But the thing that this whole situation where was that the rec center, that is like a quiet, it's like a dead space, but it's still 12th Street territory.
Right.
So that's going to be a problem as well. Well, it should be a problem,
It's going to be a problem. It's definitely going to be a problem. And we're going to show you why it's going to be a problem because I got a screenshot of that map. That map. Yes, I did. Now, before we get to that part with the map, my people, let's talk about after all that went down. Your boy gets kicked out of his family's house. Meech, the gun was found. There was an altercation between mom, daddy, and Meech. And in my review video, I said the way the daddy handled this situation, I was 100% for this Whereas I wasn't 100% behind the way Marvin handled his situation with Jude. The way the daddy handled this is how Marvin should have handled his situation with Jude. But the difference is Marvin is kind of playing in a dirt box, where these parents ain't.
Yeah.
These parents are acting the way 70% of African American families would be acting. They're afraid of the law. They're afraid of the drugs. They're afraid of what white folks gonna do if they get caught with that stuff in their house. So daddy puts homeboy in a rear naked choke and really wasn't choking him, tells him to get the hell out of my house. And then, Miss K, it's revealed that they behind on bills. And this is another thing that's happened to a lot of relationships. One person only does all the bills, never gives report to the other person about what's going on. Meech tries to offer daddy the money. Daddy slaps it out of his hand. Meech swung on daddy. And daddy said, next time you act like this, I'm going to treat you like one of them N-words in the street.
It's on.
Miss K, I'm perfectly comfortable with that whole scene. Break it down for, because I know you got it in you. You changed your voice on us last week. And when you said your son raised up at you, you started sounding like them dogs on Ghostbusters, the original. Your voice changed, my sister. I was like, whoa, what the? What we dealing with?
Oh my goodness. I really loved I don't love to see these kids trying to hit their parents, but I loved how the father handled it. Like you said, you know, it was just like, boy, you really don't want none of this. And then when he said, you understand me? Remember how you pushed him away and then he kind of looked at him? Yeah, I understand because I'm out of here.
Right. Pack your stuff up. But you know what? He still protected his brother.
He protected his brother. And I knew that was going to happen. But he told him, he said, it's all because of you that I got kicked out of the house. And the thing that I don't like is that, you know, at some point there needs to be some reciprocation. You know, I can't keep protecting you all the daggone time. You got me looking like the bad one to mom and dad. But you know, you out here doing certain things too. He should have said something, but he didn't want to say nothing. He got to keep his clean boy image and stuff like that. But now look, winds up happening. He gets freaking shot. It's gonna always come to the light. You know what I'm saying? But then when we see the trailer, they blaming him. They blaming Meech.
Okay, so here we go. Here we go.
I didn't mean to jump. But...
Oh, you straight. Let me jump in here with this. Big Mike. Meech didn't spit in his dad's face. Context, Lamont. Okay, Big Mike. Meech did swing at his daddy. Context, Big Mike. I mean, this is what I have to deal with. You know, I mean, the boy swung at his daddy. That ain't no different than spitting. It's just that one connected, the other one didn't. But it's still all a form of trying to assault somebody else's personal space.
Your parents, yeah.
Yeah, either way you look at it.
Yeah.
And
of all people,
now, Miss K, you might feel like I'm talking bad about you and every other women that don't live in Detroit, but just ride with me for a minute. Just ride with me. Just ride with me. This is not talking bad about you or any women outside of Detroit. Okay,
I ain't taking no way.
Okay, so you know, Meech done left the crib and he's over here with his baby mama, right? And she is a thick, dark skinned something. And let me just tell y'all. Because I'm married to a Detroit woman. Let me tell y'all something. They thick. Do you hear me? Them Detroit women's is thick in all the right places. That stuff below the belt don't dry up no matter how old it get. If you can get your hands on a Detroit woman, brothers, get you a Detroit woman. Because boy, you in for a ride of your life. Slip and slide record. But anyway, Miss K. Miss K, you still with
I gotta hide my face. I got to hide my face when all that.
Miss K's a New York girl. New York girls have their appeal. Don't get me wrong, they do, but
I'm not taking it no way.
It's something about them Detroit girls.
Listen, you know when you said they thicken everything, you know who you made me think of?
Oh, you want me to name them for you? I can name them for you.
I got one
Delicious
yeah.
from Flavor of Love. You got Kenya Moore, but you know her thickness is fake. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on down
there. Her thickness ain't real. But there are plenty of deliciouses in Detroit where everything that you see on their body is real. They waist be like this big, but everything else be like pow pow.
Boop.
like
They
pow,
coming straight.
ping, pop.
They must got a lot of motherland juice over there. Because them women in Africa be like, pow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They got them nice
That's
shapes.
right. That's right. Let me tell y'all something. Get you a Detroit woman now. But anyway, Miss K. Anyway.
All right.
So
can I say something real quick?
Of course.
I didn't know who she was to him. I didn't get that she was the baby mother. I know he said something about do you still got the money that I gave you for the kids?
Mm-hmm.
But the way they were talking, I just still wasn't picking it up. So I guess that was,
So it's kind of like, it's like this. It's like they are eluding that he's the father of her kid. Now, while they in here, they just got done with a smash session, and the person who thinks he's the baby daddy pops up, and it's that damn Lamar. Toby, it's that damn Lamar.
Yeah.
And he wants to get in the house. She ain't letting him in the house. Now, fellas, I'm gonna speak on something else some of y'all know about, because some of us have been there. I ain't gonna say we all been there, but some of us been there. When you pull up to a woman's house who you normally can pull up to her house unannounced, and now all of a sudden she's talking about you need to call for you show up, and it's like midnight, and she ain't even opening up the screen door. She ain't letting you in. Nothing. You know good and damn well somebody in that house.
And look what she had on.
Right. You know good and damn well somebody's in there hitting them hind parts butt cakes. You know it. and we already know Lamar crazy as hell. And crazy folks stalk. They sit outside your house. I wouldn't have been surprised if he would have sat his ass out there till the sun came up.
He was out there listening to One Love. And you know the crazy thing is I just thought, all right, we see him listening to One Love. What's about to happen? Is somebody gonna come up to the car and say something, whatever? And then I realized, when you see Meech and the girl and Mo, they're together at the door, and you see he's looking right. I said, no, he is not stalking her house right now.
He's stalking the house, man.
I couldn't believe it. I said, this man is dangerous.
And when he came to the door thinking that was his daughter, she basically said to him, I told you that's not your kid.
Right.
And he's just kind of like, I don't care. He gives her the bracelet. And like I said, they're not really letting us know who is really the father of this kid.
Right. That's why I was like, wasn't really sure if that was Meech's baby mother, because I'm like, but he said kids. So I was thinking that maybe the girl could not be his, might be somebody else's, and then maybe she have a baby with him. I don't know. Meech, I don't know.
Yeah, man. But anyway, he waits it out, and Meech comes out, and he love taps Meech. He didn't run over his ass. He love taps him, said, keep your hands off my bitch. Right. Now, what was funny to me was how Meech said, I ain't never been scared of no man. Right? But he goes into the story of how this dude ran E-course, but would go to any one of these boroughs, have his business, do what he needed to do, stringing up dudes, assaulting dudes. We already done heard. He hangs a guy up next to a beehive and let the bees sting my man all in the penis head. Y'all know that little head we got. You get stung until the girlfriend give up the information. So Miss K.
Yep.
How much of a problem is this Lamar going to be? Because he wants to get back. He wants his territory back.
He's gonna. You know what I think he's gonna be like?
What's that?
He's gonna be like Omar from The Wire.
Oh.
Because you see how Omar kind of never really was with nobody like that. He did work with, like he did jobs with people, but he never was like a part of anything. He was still that lone wolf. I think that's what's gonna happen with this guy. I think he's gonna be still the lone wolf, the one man, that the legend that he is. He's gonna be that one guy. Right. But he's going to sometimes do work with other people. Okay. That's what I think. Or he's definitely going to be a problem. You see, that guy, he wanted to try to get him on his team.
He ain't having
somebody psycho like that.
Yeah, he's not having it though. I mean, he's like I said, he's his own thing. He don't need these people. He ain't worried about nothing. And you don't build up that kind of legend without being someone who is very psycho and very tough.
Right.
Like you got to think, this is a man who's so crazy. He's not afraid to die. And when you're not afraid to die, you will literally do almost anything. Literally. So he's definitely going to be a problem as this show goes on. And for my heads out there that really know the real story, you know how much this guy was an issue. So keep us posted on that. Now we're going to be trying to interject a little bit of the source material into some of these
this
reviews.
was a real guy. Okay. This is now, one of the real people.
Let's jump on into this, Miss K. This is when we find out. I'm calling him Coach Cop. That's what I'm gonna call him. Coach Cop is a cop. He pulls over the nosy ass auntie and basically says, "I found this on your boy. You can forget going to college if you don't acquiesce to what I want." Break it down, Miss K.
Yeah, this was really messed up to do, but it was just the perfect way to get her to back down, because talking about her son, because she like, dang on, that's not mine. But no, it's your son's, and this is going to be a problem for you if you don't fall back. So this also just shows us too that, and even so, was that even her son's? That's another thing.
Right.
He could just be coming up with anything, and it could kind of give us a little bit of intel on how this guy is going to be just dirty. He probably going to be planting stuff all over the daggone place.
You got that right.
to get what he wants.
Whoa, Miss K. Whoa. Look at this. Jumbo G coming through with the $50. Whoa. Oh, Kato. Ooh, Kato. Be more careful. Jumbo, let me read this. Salute to Lamont and Miss K. Women in Michigan are natural, no plastic surgery. Great show, brother. Salute to y'all family as well. Salute to the chat. And my brother, Jumbo, you know something about the Detroit women, man. Them rivers run deep and forever. And for that, my brother, I got to give you a tribute. I got to give you a let me see here.
I have to give him 5 videos. No.
Well, he done got it for me, so I'm gonna give him this one.
Who is that?
That's the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and he coined the phrase "everybody has a price." And Mr. Jumbo G, that 50 is definitely my price. I appreciate that. Good looking out, my brother. Good looking out.
Yes.
Man.
Blessings.
You got that right. And now, Miss K, we getting into the meat and potatoes. So after he pulls her over, she acquiesces. We see the brothers. They shut down their homegirl in the organization because she was like, yo, they tired of that 50. I had to go cheaper. And at first they not with it. And then after they have a little powwow and they learn about Pumpkin, who's kind of down there in the corner of E-Course, they was like, why don't we rebrand our stuff and we don't cut it as deep. And here they go stamping it and rebranding it. And you know what, Miss K? They start moving rhymes lightweight. And at the very end, this chick pops up and shows her face one more time. And this time her face had a look of vengeance. Break it down, Miss K.
Yeah, that's not. I hope she don't try to go to no other authorities, but I don't think she will now that she has to think about her son, don't you think? Or unless she gonna go rogue, she gonna be vigilante. You think she gonna be a little vigilante?
She has a look
going around killing all the crackheads.
No, she's not. No. She ain't got that kind of look. She got that kind of look like she might call up an uncle who's an Uncle Rome, and get him involved. To stop business from happening. That's the kind of look I get from her. That she might pull one of them type of things, But they didn't show her standing there in that sidewalk while all this money was being sloshed around from the new product that they pushing for nothing, Miss K. Yeah.
For no reason.
She's gonna be.
She's gonna be back. Yeah, she's gonna be back. So it might be. I really can't even think of what she could possibly do because we only seen a little bit of her, so I can't really say, But I do know that it's funny that they did that with the with that little spot that they got because that was supposed to be like a dead spot. you know, that he
Mhm.
took over.
Yeah.
And so, you know, she's like, look, they're not even trying to buy this and it's already dead over here. So
Mhm.
I just thought that it was a smart idea, but you can see the way the brothers, the way they kind of interact with each other is not that good. You know, they don't listen to each other. And you know, T is telling Meech like you got to listen more, but he don't listen to him either. So it's like y'all gonna have to figure something out.
Well, Miss
That's what
K,
it's looking like.
on the back end of the story, they figured that shit out. $370 million say they
a year.
figured that shit out, Miss K.
Right.
They got it together. Trust me. That thing was a well-oiled machine by the time they got done with it. They got it back. And speaking
Wow.
of which, Detroit doesn't have no problems with their women being all natural and thick in all the right places with no waist. But we get introduced to a woman that does have a plastic problem. This chick got more plastic than Rubbermaid. And she is working that Rubbermaid body all across the star spectrum, Miss K. She done got her another job.
Yeah, she listen, she working. I ain't mad.
I ain't mad at it either, but I mean,
she in here though. What's her role gonna be? I don't. What's her role?
Look, you don't bring a body that's got over $300,000 worth of plastic on it for nothing.
Something going down.
It's not going to be two scenes. Now, this is what I speculated. Did you see the way T and Meech was looking at her when she was walking through? Automatically, I'm thinking somebody gonna smash. Somebody, if they ain't gonna smash, they're gonna attempt to smash. Then she walks over to Then she walks over to the corner. Oh, this is my husband. I'm colleagues with your mentor, but this is and I'm thinking to myself, that husband's in trouble.
Yeah.
Poor fella.
He's in trouble.
He's gonna be put in a very precarious situation. Poor fella. Because T gonna get them draws. He is gonna get them draws. We liable
gonna get the draws, but what do you think? Like, do you think this guy is something though?
He's something.
Because what if
Something.
What if he's somebody to the point where he finds out that, like you said, that T and his wife smashed, right? And now he wants to freaking kill him or something like that. And then now Pat got to get in it, and it just makes some type of friction between Pat and Meech and T and just all kinds of other drama.
Well, that's what they want. That's what the series want. And they're going to get it. And it could get to a situation where Meech might be warning T like, yo, bro, leave her alone. You know, stay away from that. And then somehow or another,
I feel like it's going to be like that.
She starts making herself convenient to whatever needs T might have. You know, T might be outside in the rain one day and she'll be like, I got enough plastic that I can put over your head and keep you from getting wet. You know, T might need to have some dinner and she might be like, I got enough plastic in my booty, use my left cheek as a plate. You know, it's going to be something where she's going to offer herself up to help out, and T is going to go and fall for the panty draw.
Yeah.
Then we're going to have a brawl for it all with the husband and Pat and Meech. This could be the thing that ruined that relationship.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm trying. And you can already see that there's going to be some type of friction just with this whole thing at the party, where first of all, T told him, don't go up in there talking about business at this man's party.
Right.
What did Meech do? He still did it anyway.
Yeah.
And he told him something he didn't want to hear. You know, he's like, look, I'm basically like God to you. I'm not going to give you more than you can handle. And then on top of that, he feels like they're reeing up too fast and all of this stuff. So, you know, I just kind of feel like if the person that he was going to meet at the end was to try to get his own product.
Right. Of course.
Right. And if Pat finds out about that, or when Pat finds out about that, that could be another problem. And T told him that's not smart. He told Meech that. So we're going to see all of this stuff unfold. And I didn't want, honestly, I like the relationship between Pat and Meech. I like that mentor, kind of like a father figure even situation. So for it to possibly go left, I would be a little disappointed, but what can you do?
it ain't much you can do. And considering I've got mentors, I mentor people, there usually comes a time when the grasshopper has a vision where the mentor can't see it because the mentor is stuck in his ways that made him successful.
Right.
And the grasshopper has a new innovative way to do the same thing the mentor is doing, but do it with having to use less energy and maybe do more, make more. And this is that crossroads moment. The grasshopper is looking at the mentor, and the mentor is giving them good advice. You know, is what's kept him alive, kept him from going to jail and all that. But grasshopper wants to be bigger, better, faster than the mentor. And you do have those moments where you cross roads because grasshopper, some people would call it greed. Some people would say he's just hungry. He's hungry. He want to get it. And right now, he feel like he's been stifled by his mentor, which is Pat. But he also did mention when they were sitting here coming up with the plan, Ms. K, he wants to also still make Pat rich because Pat is the one that got them to the dance.
So he definitely want to look out for him, which is, you know, that's good. So it's not like he wants to step on his toes or just kind of, you know, he's not trying to do anything grimy, which I like. But how is Pat going to see that?
I was going to say, it don't matter how Meech want to do it. Anything outside the realm of Pat's aura, he's going to look at it as total disrespect. It don't. I mean, and even if he see Meech is doing well, and Meech is bringing him maybe, let's say Meech is bringing him 100 bands a week, he's still going to be upset because he feels like he should be the one that's raising Meech up and not Meech going outside the circle getting it from somebody else. You know, you can already see that there's going to be friction. And then, like we done said, Plastic or Us is going to be is going to sleep with the brother, and then you're going to have a problem with the husband.
It's going to be and then Plastic or Us. You're so bad.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. You in Detroit, you ain't got to do that, man.
Right. They should get all natural women.
They naturally bubblicious in Detroit, man. You ain't got to do all that. And we'll get on to the end of this thing, Miss K, by following up with this, man. Let you out of here. Southwest T has his baby, and it was a touching moment because he let his uncle hold the baby. And then they had a little inside joke about the family feet.
Right.
And the dad and the son smiled at each other. The mama even got in on it. The only one who don't know what's going on is the sister.
The little sister,
Right. And this right here just showed me that, look, even though I threw your ass out, I love you. I just can't be a part of what you're doing. It's what that kind of, look at how they're looking at each other. You know, that's what it told me. What was you thinking during this scene, Ms. K?
I like this scene. I felt like it was short and sweet, but it was impactful to me because I'm like, you could see the love in this family. And I like how it was no grudges. Like, you know that there was some tension, but this is a moment here. There's a new baby, you know, so let's all laugh together. Right. And you know what I mean? So I like that. And I felt like, oh gosh, something's about to go down now. It's showing too much goodness.
Got that right. And the very next scene, Meech calls his brothers like, I gotta connect. You need to get your butt down here. Baby mama's like, go ahead, handle your business, but bring the pacifier from the car. No sooner he goes to get in that car, we see feet walking up on him. Bullets is shot. Somebody dumps his ass out the car.
For real.
And that eyeball is shot the hell up. He's bleeding. Miss K. And all that's being narrated by Meech saying, I didn't regret anything except for this one part. My brother got shot. He should have never jumped in that car with Pat. Take it away, Miss K.
Yeah, he's like, I remember when I said that was a lie. So, and that was one, I'm glad that he brought that back up because when he first, in the first scene, when he started saying there's no regrets, I said, oh, I guess nothing freaking happened to them because how could you, you know, if you ain't got no regrets and obviously nothing crazy happened, you know, but then I'm glad how he came back in there because that was surprising, but it wasn't surprising that something happened because you could kind of, like I said, you could feel it. oh, go to the car and get this and that, and then him going. I said something is definitely about to happen. I'm glad that he came back in and he fixed what he said and said, like, yeah, there are some regrets that I do have. That was a lie, you know. And the way the guy threw him out, he tossed him out the car like he was lightweight,
like a sack of groceries, man.
Yeah,
like,
I said, oh my gosh, just tossed him out. And so when I didn't hear like no tires squealing, because I'm like thinking, okay, you must have tossed him out the car because you want to steal the car.
Steal the car,
you know.
Right.
But no car moving off or nothing like that. And when Wanda comes out and she's screaming and stuff, you see the feet run off, you know, like they were in the car and then they run out. So it's like, was there something in the car that they wanted? Was the person waiting? You know, it's just, I love that there's a mystery in this, you know.
Oh, man, Miss K. No, he ain't do us like this, Miss K. No, he didn't. No, he did. My big homie done came back with another super chat.
Oh my goodness.
Jumbo G. Jumbo G is 50 in the building. Let's see what he said.
Wow.
I don't rock with plastic surgery. I'm glad you don't, Lamont, either. Michigan ain't rocking with that plastic surgery. Flint, Detroit, others don't either. Continue to not rock with the plastic surgery. Hey.
Okay.
I mean, look. I'm like this, my brother G. If that's your cup of tea, go for it. But for me, I like to know when I'm grabbing something, it has squish to it, and it don't feel like Rubbermaid. It don't feel like I'm erasing something like the end of a pencil every time I squeeze it. I like to have the fleshy squeeze, my man, and you do too. And for that, I rock with you. And you get another video too. Miss K, you have any requests for videos I should give him? Should I give him something political? Should I give him some music? Should I give him what should I give? Something funny? What should I give?
Something funny.
Okay. Since we are talking about the thickness of women in Detroit, I'm gonna show you something that would never happen in Detroit.
Pass out. Then my head hit the wall. But I had a praying grandmother.
Was that a kid?
That was a stripper in Atlanta trying to do a selfie. Let me show it to you again.
Somebody.
Then my head hit the wall. But I had a praying grandmother.
It was a cat. Okay, a cat.
It was a
ran
cat.
on.
It was a cat.
Wow. So you thought that was a plastic butt?
Oh, that's definitely one of them Atlanta plastic booties. Man, somebody done got in the chat telling me some plastic booties matter.
I mean, I guess they do. I guess they do, you know.
Oh my goodness!
We can't hate on them. Everybody wasn't blessed. Everybody wasn't blessed.
To each their own. To each their own. Do your thing. We all like what we like, but there's gonna come a day, women. I just want y'all to know y'all gonna get what y'all giving. Y'all giving us all this plastic. What y'all gonna do when all these men start having plastic penis? And everybody running around here with 4 legs for real. What you gonna do then? So just be mindful.
I'm surprised it didn't start already.
Hey, Hugh Hefner had one. He the one that got the whole thing started. So just be careful. So
I forgot what I was saying before that, though.
Oh, I got you, Miss K. We was coming to the conclusion.
Yes.
In the Black Mafia family.
Tossed them out.
Tossed them like a sack of groceries, man.
Seriously.
Like it won't nothing.
Oh, I was saying that I like the fact that this is a crime series and it's loosely based on a true story, but that they actually added a mystery to it. I mean, the fact it happened in real life, but I really do like the fact that it's a mystery, but I hope that they will go with the mystery being solved.
Yeah, right? they might. I
hope so.
You know, because like they said, in the very beginning of this particular episode, they made it a mission to let you know it is loosely based. I don't usually see a lot of shows. They'll tell you that,
loosely.
they'll tell you it's dramatized. They use some of the source material, but they had 2 paragraphs that specifically highlighted loosely based. Loose. Mean loose on the goose base. So they probably gonna solve this mystery, Miss K.
Yeah,
I'm glad they
so.
let it go out like this, but I think they're gonna solve this one.
Yeah, and he oh my gosh, so it makes me wonder if someone was like they wanted something from the car, because why did they toss him out? Like that's that's why I want it to be solved, because I want to know why they tossed him out. You know, were they waiting for him, or was this some type of random crime? You know what I mean? And even in real life, I wonder if it was random.
Yeah. And it's why wouldn't they able to find the person? You know, a lot of questions, a lot of things we're going to answer. I am going to try my best to get a trailer breakdown review for next week's episode tomorrow. And I'm going to try to get a one more power theory video craft up, possibly tomorrow or Thursday too, to keep everything going. But Miss K, there's shows out the woodwork getting ready to come out. You better jump on that horse and strap in good.
Yeah,
because we're gonna keep you. We're gonna have your jaw hurting with laughter. We have decided all these YouTubers I do stuff with, man. I'm trying my best to pull y'all to a point where not only are y'all thriving, you're excelling. You're excelling, and you're helping bringing in other people who are trying to build YouTube audiences. And there's enough room for everybody to eat out here on these streets, man. There's enough room. You just gotta give back a little bit to the community, and the community will give back to you. So having said that, ladies and gentlemen, Miss K's link is in the video description. Be sure to go down there and subscribe to her channel. Be sure to check us out. She's got videos coming this week. I'm not going to be back till Friday.
Okay.
Got some things to handle. And when I come back Friday, we will be having Fantastic Frankie on our channel. Huge Instagram comic book nerd female. Huge following is going to be joining us to be interviewed. We're going to talk a little bit about this new Venom coming out with Carnage and how much I'm a little sad about it. She's going to talk about what she wants to say about it. And we're even going to talk some stocks and some show predictions on Friday. So you guys come back and see us. Miss K, what's the next thing you're releasing? And then we'll get out of here on that.
The very next thing I'm releasing later on tonight is my BMF review. That's the next thing. And then hopefully tomorrow is Wednesday. So maybe between Wednesday and Thursday, I'm going to drop my first theory video for Power. Okay. And that's going to be about, what's his name again? Scrap.
Yeah. I can't wait to hear this, ladies and gentlemen, because I can just hear her voice and they're talking about Scrap and what he's gonna do, who he gonna put hands on, and where he went after he needed to go clean out his car from Kanan touching and putting his blood all over it. I can't wait to hear this. So, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for it. Thank you all for coming out. We got up to 290 on a Tuesday night, Miss K. We're grateful. We're thankful. Anybody that ever wants to get up with me about anything I cover on any of my channels, be it stocks, being a guest on the show, just hit me up on Instagram in the DM. Till that next sexy as hell video, I'll see you on Friday. But be looking for Miss K tonight.
Yeah, see ya.
See ya.